Hello and welcome to POLS 1101. That's American Government. I'm Dr. Carl Snook. My campus email is csnook1@kennesaw.edu, and I encourage you to reach me through my campus email. Some instructors prefer that they're reached through the D2L messaging. That just doesn't work as well for me. I stay in. I have my email up almost constantly. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime during this this recording, you hear the ding in the background. That is somebody sending a message to me. And I try to refer back and I try to check my email regularly. So during the week, you can expect that I'll get back in touch with you at least by the end of the day. And on the weekends, 24 hours, something like that, unless I'm on a trip. And I will try to indicate to you because I want to be a resource to you this semester. I know that many of you are not by nature political scientists or people who study political scientists, or sometimes not even come up and pay a lot of attention to the news. But for all of you, I want this to be a rewarding class that helps you feel more connected to our government, or at least more aware of our government, and also where you think that you've learned as much as you hope to. This semester, we have a required textbook. It's the Cornell and Jacobson text, uh, a day one access course, so it should already be available to you online if you go to the campus D2L page. Now, if you want to have a hard copy, those are available. You can get them at the bookstore. I would also say, though, that if you do that, you're going to want to make sure that you opt out of the day one access during the drop ad period when you can do that. But if you do nothing, you'll have access at least through the end of the semester. And usually, what it does is it runs a few weeks after the semester's over before you lose access to the textbook. I love to have old textbooks, but I can understand that maybe that's not in your interest. There might be some other things during the course of the semester. Each of the modules has a video that's available on YouTube that I'll have a link for you to click on the D2L page. You will also be able to reach it on YouTube if you can't, for some reason, get online. Uh, Other than that, I might point out to you something that's in the news or important. A while ago, we had a change right in the middle of a semester of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and I sent to the students a couple links. First, when the old speaker was voted out, and later when the new speaker was selected. And I encouraged them to at least know who the people were and who the key players were. So I think that you might get a suggestion from me to read something or another. But by and large, most of the material that you're going to need for the exams are either going to be on those videos or are going to be in the textbook. The textbook's a pretty good textbook, and I recommend I recommend it highly. So I hope that you enjoy it as much as I enjoy teaching it. This semester, we're going to have several assignments for you to complete. I try to make sure that for students who are not particularly great at taking exams, that they have an opportunity to bring their grade up, or at least show their ability to perform in the class by completing discussion assignments. I don't intend this to trip up anybody, but I do think that this being a college course, we probably should have a written assignment. And I also think that it'll be fun and it'll give you an opportunity to apply what you've learned to something real. In addition to that, you're going to have 6 written discussions, only 5 points each. You're going to watch a video and then you're going to react to the video. Usually the prompt will ask you for 200 to 300 words. Sometimes it'll be 150 to 200 words, and you'll have a lot of freedom so long as you stay on topic to discuss what you have learned or or how you interacted with the video. We're going to have a syllabus quiz at the end of this module. You're going to have read the syllabus, and one way that I find to get students to really focus on the syllabus uh, is to give them a grade related to reading the syllabus. We're going to have 5 content quizzes. Each is worth 20 points. So, everything will be in a nice small morsel for our initial interaction with it. It'll help us prepare for the final exam, but I think it will also be really great because there's never going to be a point where you're going to say, oh, wow, now for these 3 chapters, I'm going to have, half of my grade or anything like that at stake. The only time that we have an exam during the whole semester is the final exam, and even it is only worth 60 out of the 250 points in the course. Um, we're going to have 20 points for attendance. For the most part, what we're going to be doing is making sure that you stay engaged in the course. So I'll be looking at things like whether you've logged on to the D2L page. I'm going to check to make sure whether you've been turning in assignments and things like that. Ideally, what we get from this is several different opportunities for you to show off how you've engaged with the course and learned from it. The syllabus is going to have a lot of technical information about, you need a computer to take the class, you need to turn the exams in on time. Um, I don't have extra credit. I put extra credit in quotes. Will be some opportunity for some bonus points. I know that every semester, of Government and International Affairs does a survey of students, and participating in that survey will give you a chance to get 5 bonus points. Uh, when I think of extra credit, I think of that time at the end of the semester when a student sees that he's like 5 points or 10 points behind the grade he wants, and then he says, I want some extra credit. And uh, I always feel obligated that, any assignment that I offer to anybody is one that I should offer to everybody. So ideally, what you'll do is you'll just try to keep up. Think of extra credit as being the time when you do the assignment. If you do every assignment well, you won't need extra credit, and you'll have some bonus opportunities. And and also remember, I'll be looking out for your grades, and if the class in general is doing badly, um, well, that's my responsibility as well. So we'll work together to make sure that we all get through the class well. But for some student to just come in and say, hey, is there some extra thing that I can do that will make up for not doing any of the work all semester long? That just doesn't seem fair to everybody else. So so if there's a bonus opportunity, it'll be available to everyone. Um, and no asking for extra credit at the last minute to make up for a quiz you didn't take or never showing up all semester or something like that. Generally speaking, if you're going to have an assignment that you need to turn in late, you should know about the problem before it happens, or you should tell me as soon as possible after it happens. There are no assignments in this class that have one single day that you can turn them in during. So if there's an exam that's open for 4 days, or there's a quiz that's open for 3 days, then start to prepare. Obviously, if it's the last day and it was the time you set aside to take the exam and you're in a car accident or something, I'm not looking to, slaughter you over that. But at the same time, if your mom's if your mom's already paid for you to go on vacation and it's the day before the final exam, then just take the final exam on the first day to take the final exam. And she shouldn't be telling you to take she shouldn't be buying tickets for you to go on vacation before the exam even opens. She knows when the semester happens. In fact, if you want to know when next fall semester's exams are, you can already go and look online. But hey, moms, right? Semester. I'll try to get feedback to everybody within 1 week. Actually, when you post a quiz or an exam, it should pop up right away what your score is. So that won't really be a problem. However, if you have a concern or something, make sure that you send me a message right away. I have a rule in this class that we don't use artificial intelligence. We have to use our own natural intelligence. However, great or small that is. I know that we're all the people who can get through these classes on our own. Part of the learning of a course, in my opinion, is that is that when you take and you decide to write a paper or do a discussion assignment, that part of it is thinking about how should I lay this out? How should I organize it? Did I use did I use the right sentence construction and things like that? This is why I prefer this is why I prefer to give people an opportunity to write papers on their own rather than having essay exams, because it's just not it's just not fair that everybody needs to know off the top of their head whether to use, you know, I or me after a preposition. You know, just check it online as you're writing. And of course, nobody will lose points because of the use of I or me, but that was just an example. We have coronavirus again. You'll be sent an update. If there's a snow day, you'll be sent an update. Uh, One thing I do take seriously are reasonable accommodations under the Americans with Disabilities Act. So if you have any type of uh, concern that might prevent you from having an opportunity to complete this class successfully, make sure that you get in contact with Student Disability Services so that you can get the accommodations that are really your right. And we will then talk and we'll work out a way that works best for both the course and for you. But you have the obligation to contact me. I have the obligation to do everything in my power to help you get through the class and to give you reasonable accommodations as determined by the school. Oh, Netiquette. Yes, there's no reason at all why anybody should be saying anything intentionally rude. I always have problems with microaggression. I don't feel like if somebody says something accidentally rude that it should be treated quite so bad as if somebody says something intentionally horrible. But at the same time, just remember that this is a professional environment, at least to the degree to which you should think about how you treat people. And I'll try to treat everybody with respect, which you deserve. And I think that you should try to treat each other in the discussions as well as possible. With respect, I guess is the real term. The syllabus has some directions for the discussion. And then on page 6, we have the course outline. What I strive to do is for each assignment, I have the due date is on the calendar, but it's also on the syllabus. I view the syllabus as being the most official document in the class. Unless something that's on the syllabus has been changed by me making an announcement on the D2L page, you should assume that the syllabus is what's correct. However, if you ever have a question, be sure to contact me. Write down, go right now or whenever you first get a chance and go to the syllabus and wherever you keep track of when things are due. Write down the due dates, for all of the assignments in the course. And if something is unclear to you, if you think it disagrees between the syllabus and the calendar, or if there's a day that is a religious holiday or something's going on that you cannot avoid, make sure that you contact me, and we'll try to work out something for you. But right now, the dates when all the exams are going to be due, when, well, the one exam, the five quizzes, the syllabus quiz, and the discussions should all be clear to you on the syllabus, and feel free to do that. I should be a resource to you. I often warn students, I say, if you ask a classmate for their advice, then they'll do their best, they'll help you. I'm sure that communication among students is really important for your learning. But if you're trying to uncover the complexities of Carl Snook's mind, probably the person who understands it the best is me. And so I will answer however many questions, and I'll take whatever amount of time is necessary for you to feel like you understand. So if you can get through this, you need to complete the quiz, you need to complete a personal introduction. If you want to include a photo, maybe of you and your dog, or just your dog, maybe you love your dog, or anything like that, you can include it as an attachment. But what we're really looking to do is get you started and engaged in the class, and also to give people a little bit of an opportunity to drop and add. And then we're going to start learning about new material with chapter one. If you're feeling like that it doesn't take you very much time to get through the first week of assignments, then what I encourage you all to do is just go ahead and get started on reading chapter one in the Logic of American Politics textbook. You won't regret it. There's only 1 week for this first introduction to the course. All right, good luck, and I hope to hear from all of you this semester.